Yes. In this. Well, so just to give context,
I can finally breathe now.
yeah, you don't know what it's like to be a TO and an event coordinator of a 3,000 man event, 2,000 man event.
So, funny thing, I think 1,700 was what we had pre-registered on Smash EG.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, we had almost 500 at-the-door spectators walk in this weekend.
Wow.
Uh, I know a lot of the other big tournaments like to be in like kind of like suburban areas and a little bit, a little bit out of the city to like offset costs and stuff. But holy crap, like 500 at-the-door attendees is no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to give your honest assessment, I know that the story was at Genesis 3, you were like, hey, like maybe New England can do something like this. But what was your honest projections for this event?
uh, my honest projections was when I ran the numbers, I was like, okay, we're gonna lose about 30K.
I mean, in terms of like entrance.
Oh, entrance? Oh, entrance. We were looking at 900.
Oh.
Yeah, we were looking at 900 entrance. Like, that'll probably be like a pretty good, solid goal. Like, not too conservative, not too like overly optimistic. 900, but holy, by God, like we got like 1,700 because even like in the AMA, like I released some of the numbers, but those were actually like numbers that had like preliminary invoices. And when the final invoices came, and after the final invoices came, they were a lot more scary. And I still haven't even seen like the post-event invoice either, so who knows?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we greatly appreciate you guys because you guys don't get enough shout out, and there's a lot of time and effort that goes into this, and you guys run at a loss. But what makes you keep going and doing these kind of events?
I always been like, I love these kind of events because a little bit of history of myself, like every single Smash game I got it day one. Even like Smash 64, I remember seeing the commercial when I was a little kid, and I was like, Mom, I really want this game. And after I got it, I was always like inviting all my friends over to play. And so I was kind of always the guy like, running all the fests. And then in college, there was like Let's Go Smash, some FGC stuff, some anime fighters, but I love it. Like, I love bringing like people together. And so it was kind of like a giant culmination of all this that kind of like led to Shine.
So one of the big things that impressed me was, and this is something that Big House noticeably has as well, is the volunteer staff that comes within the community. Can you tell me about how the community has been growing into this collaborative piece where you have a bunch of willing people that are willing to spend their time and effort to make this succeed?
I think your community has to respect you. Like if you're just brand new to the community, try to throw like a major or national with no like background or anything. They'll be like, who is this guy? Like, why is he trying to sit at the top? And when Big Blue started, and when we started like last year around April, we had the same problem. There was a couple of parodies spun up about us, kind of a little bit of laughing because, oh, Big Blue esports, oh, they're just trying to be esports and stuff. But, as time went on, like we just tried to improve the infrastructure, like get dedicated setup so every single weekly isn't like a guess. It's a guess like, okay, maybe we have 3 setups, maybe we have 9, and then we were at a venue that was also really, really strict about the time, and you had to constantly worry about, like, okay, is this going to finish on time? And so one of the big things we try to create was like consistency and stability, and over the year, like we kind of really established that, so we garnered a lot of trust between the community. So by the time when Shine came, I was like, hey, I want to run this. My community is like, everyone here is like, we got your back. And like even my staff this weekend, when I'm telling them, I was like, hey, you guys haven't eaten yet, go take a break. They're like, no, I can do one more shift. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. And I also believe in like treating everyone well. Like I come from a big software company, and we get spoiled rotten. And I actually like that. I think when people are happy, they do their best work. So every single day, I was the one that kind of like wheeled in all the pizza and made sure everyone got fed, everyone got water. I carried all the water to basically all the TO stations, the commentary desk, fought the food for everybody. And I think that's one thing that's most important to me. I think I want everyone happy, not just attendees. I want all my staffs because then they bring out their best.
All right. So, Shine 2016, I can, safely say that most people, really love this event. It's a, pretty big success. It's my first trip in Boston, and I gotta say, I love this area. Shine 2017, you guys hinted at it. Anything you guys want to bring for next year?
It's still very, very early stages. Believe it or not, the venue has already started like trying to get me to sign for the next couple of years, but we're still looking around. The Big Blue leadership team is not just me, so we had to come to like a democratic decision on where we want to host this and kind of pick a date. And it's
Yeah.
really tricky because like this August fall time frame kind of has it's really popular for weddings.
Yeah.
So you run into these weird situations like, oh, you can get the venue, but hotel block got booked up by this other party completely, and you get no room. So it's like, ooh. So it's kind of tricky.
So, there's a lot of volunteers, who poured out a lot of hours. They probably did a lot in the pre-planning. They're going to help break down. But are there any people in particular you want to shout out that went even above and beyond that?
I definitely want to shout out all my guys at the front, at the check-in. I know it's a really boring job out there. Ian from Past Night Legends, we didn't have a point of sale system set up, so we set up PayPal here really quickly, and he literally sat there all weekend, literally doing merch pickup and sales for us. And not only that, but at the end of it, we found out we booked out almost all of gaming generation CRTs. We needed more CRTs.
Oh, wow.
And because we wanted guaranteed friendly setups. I don't want to leave it to someone bring it in, then someone has to take it out, and then all of a sudden you have no friendlies to play. So we talked to Pastime Legends, and literally on the Wednesday of the event it's like, can you get us 20 more CRTs? And they were like, yeah, consider it done. Really good local people to work with here. And also, I do want to shout out Gaming Generations. I don't think this community knows how much hinges on them.
Yeah. So
they are completely if you go to an event with Gaming Generations there, go to their booth, thank them. Without Gaming Generations or Smash EG right now, you cannot get this level of an event. Impossible.
And
I would say it's impossible.
And to give context, majors only scale to a certain point with community-funded TVs, CRTs, LED monitors, and systems before your region just doesn't have enough. And Gaming Generations, they ship out systems, they ship out TVs, and they do the whole work of setting it up and breaking it down. So chances are if you go to a major, they are the setups are provided by Gaming Gen.
Right. They do all the tech support, so we don't have to worry about systems shutting down, and they'll take care of that, so we can focus on the other some of the other stuff most people don't think about is my role this whole weekend. Colin says Colin told me he's gee, don't worry about bracket. I got the bracket. I'm like, okay, I don't touch that.
Yeah.
And I just walk around, checking up on pretty much all the stations. I just literally just walk around the venue every day, going hey, are you happy right now?
Yeah.
Are you doing well? How are you doing? And it's to the vendors, to our guests, everybody.
And so, I know you're, pretty, pooped right now. It's, stressful to build in. Now it's done. How long are you going to be sleeping tonight?
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of a work hard, play hard guy. So there's an after party, and it's got my name on it. So I'll be there.
Well, good stuff. It was my pleasure to be here, and once again, thank you for. I was a compendium goal for the TAFO stats, so I hope that everybody at home enjoyed it. But they provided an avenue for me to come out here, so I really greatly appreciate it.
Instantly funded.
Yeah.
With the Shine GameCube. So actually, yeah, shout out to Chocolate Lava. That guy just has unbelievable amounts of confidence in us, and definitely shout out to. The last thing I want to say is shout out to core Big Blue ES staff. Thank you, Avery. Thank you, Eduardo, for joining our team to cover the Smash 4 side. Many thanks to Matt.Zeb. And also Colin, a little more camera shy, doesn't really get much attention on the Twitterverse and everything. He's the scheduling mastermind.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy ran simulation after simulation after simulation. And that's how we were able to get here today.
Yeah. So, it was a great tournament, great event, and I think other than that, I don't think we have anything more. So, great job, and
thank you for having me on this show. It's quite an experience for me as well.
Alrighty.
Gamer.
So we're gonna call out Gamer here, who isn't paying attention to the stream.
Yeah, we're all